This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. We're in Newcastle. It's the return of Alen the Savage Babic. All right, mate?
Oh, I waited so much to hear you say that words. Oh, I dreamed about them, brother.
This is KUGAN CASSIUS or your name?
This is KUGAN CASSIUS. I dreamed that part. And I was like, yes, I heard this name in person. I'm good. I'm great. I'm in Newcastle. I feel the energy of this city. It's vibrating. It's amazing. I love it. I just soak it all in.
Well, I have to say it was a pleasant surprise when we only learnt around a week ago that you were added to this bill in Newcastle. It was almost like, oh, Babic is on the bill. That's good. Yeah. So, but you must have had that feeling as well.
yeah. Not quite, because there were talks about this fight. Because Eddie Hearn and Dillian Whyte, nobody believed I was back. And I was like, guys, I'm back. I'm in 100% sparring and stuff. I need to send videos to tag Hearn and tag Dillian Whyte, to everything I do to see that I'm back. They just didn't believe it, because it's an injury that they told me I'm gonna be out for the whole year. So I just halved that. I just demolished the time, the recovery time. And it was so good to be back.
I know you've already addressed this and spoken about this on your various social media platforms, but for people that don't know, explain to us why you have been out for a few months.
What it is?
Explain why you have been out for a few months.
Oh, yeah. Well, listen, I had a fight with Tom Little, obviously, and that man, let me just tell you, his head is like a steel pole, how do you say it? It's like punching a building, it's so hard, I think he took so many punches, his skull is just denser. His skull is so dense. Fuck you, Tom Little, you destroyed my body, brother. Every time I hit him, I broke something. And I was like, but my body was in pain, because I had 3 fights in 3 months. And it was very hard. I sparred with Dillian 2 times out of those 3 fights, and it was very hard for my body, I was just all shooken up. My shoulder was bad for half a year. And when Tom Little fight happens, I said to my shoulder, just hold on for one more fight, just one more fight, because in the build-up to that fight, I got injured, I couldn't spar for 2 weeks. And I was like, no, just hold up for one more fight. And that's exactly what happened. In the first round, it all broke. All shit hit the fan. All hell break loose. I was broken. And then I was just on pure madness. Did the second round, I threw, I think, 115 punches. Because if the fight went into fifth round, I couldn't be able to move. I was broken. My body was broken. I didn't receive a single punch, but I was broken. I was beaten. So I need to up the tempo and finish it.
So, aside from Tom Little, in your words, head being like a steel pole, was it caused just because of the sheer amount of and the volume of punches that you throw in a round, kind of possibly didn't help that situation?
Yeah, it possibly didn't, but I'm not gonna settle down. I'm never gonna slow down. Today, in few days, in 3 days, I'm gonna throw in more. In Tom Little fight, I threw, I think, 94 in the first round, 115 punches in the second, most of them hard. And in the third round, I think it was 90 something before it ended. So I really want him out, and I want everybody out. I hate my opponents while they're in the ring. I have that real tenacity towards them. The real stuff. It's deep for me. It's not just boxing. It's not just to show who has the greatest skill. I'm more skilled than any of them, but I don't need to show that. I can just beat them up. It's so much easier, so much better. It's weird. It's weird.
Okay, let's talk about your opponent this weekend, Damian Chambers, who I believe that Chris Lloyd has put a bet on. I don't think he has, but I think that was fed to you at some point today.
that was fed to me and was taken. We are going to talk about it.
What have you seen of Damian Chambers? Obviously, I believe he's trained by Matthew Hatton.
Yeah, well, you know more than I do. I don't know nothing about that guy, and I would like some info. What? I look at that fight, like he has 2 fights on YouTube, I think 2 or 3 fights, and listen, strong guy, blah blah blah, everything good, but I don't think he's near my class. I can do whatever I want with them. You saw what I did to a guy who is 30 kilos heavier than me. So imagine what I'm gonna do to the guys who is thinner than me. He's like looks like a builder, like a tin builder. It's like a sheet of paper. That's how I imagine him. So I think I'm gonna go through him. But oh no, all grace to him, for taking the fight because he saved me. Nobody wanted to fight, but we searched for an opponent for 1 month, and when big names being mentioned and offered more money than I'm gonna receive, and nobody wanted to fight. It was really a hard situation. And he came out, and I'm ecstatic. I'm just so happy with the matchup because he is 11-1, 8 knockouts, I think, 93rd in the world cruiserweight. That's not bad for a comeback fight.
Do you still believe there's people out there questioning your credentials and your kind of what you've already achieved in professional boxing as short as your career has been as a professional boxer? Do you think there's people out there that are still questioning that?
Well, I don't know. I'm going to ask Eddie Hearn about it. He was the first people who questioned me, so I'm going to ask him if
How did he question you?
Yes, he did. Every interview he had, every time he talked to me, every press conference, he always said, "Oh, Babic is great, but," and then small, blah blah blah. I'm not mad. I'm used to it. I'm used to it, but I'm here as an entertainer. I see this as entertainment business, and I'm gonna show myself. I don't have grudges against anybody. You question me also. Kidding. Kidding.
When have I questioned you?
Nah, kidding. But everybody questions me, and I'm cool with that. I like being the underdog. And now, when I'm not the underdog, I'm the A side for the past 3 fights. It's weird for me. It's weird. I can't. It was much easier when I was the underdog. I was like, I'm gonna show you now what I can do. So now I need to step in a gear higher to go into the savage when I'm not the underdog.
But just in general, talking sensibly, boxing is a very critical sport, and like I said, you've not had that many fights at heavyweight, but you've answered all the questions that have been asked so far. But then there are people out there that will say, that will still question your size in the heavyweight division. They'll still question if you come up against a boxer and you can't kind of put out your A game of kind of thrust forward, come forward, relentless style. If that doesn't work, what's the plan B? These questions will get answered as you have more fights, but that's just a normal thing, surely, isn't it?
Of course, and that's the sport of boxing. I signed up to that. All the guys questioning me and writing me shit and stuff, writing me good stuff, bad stuff. Everything is good. Everything is good. I take everything as a blessing, because they are learning about me. So I take that as a compliment, And listen, I want to say this. I want to be cruiserweight champ also. I'm not just a heavyweight boxer. I'm a boxer. I'm a boxer to the core. I love heavyweight. Heavyweight is always going to be in my heart. And I wanted to become a boxer because I watched heavyweights. So I want to be cruiserweight champ also. I want to be a bridgerweight. I'm number 6 right now. So I want to be a bridgerweight champ soon. I want to be a cruiserweight champ. I want Lawrence Okoli. I want them all, brother. I want to entertain people. I want to be a people-friendly fighter. I don't want to fight just the heavyweights. I can go to cruiserweight in 2 weeks. No, 1 week. 1 week I'm a cruiserweight. So in 1 week I have 102 kilos. I can do that, and that is the pure. That is the best of me because I can box in 3 weights. And I can be equally good in any. Imagine if I beat Tom Little, who is hard, and I don't know, Chandler Winters, Neil Kennedy. Those are heavyweights. I spar with Dillian White. Imagine what I will do to those guys who are 30 kilos smaller. Their chin is smaller. They're not so. They're not like Tom Little that can take so many punches. They can't. This guy's going to take 2 punches. He's going to crumble. He doesn't know what he's getting into.
It's the second time today I've heard Lawrence Okoli's name being mentioned from your mouth. So is that something that's potentially on the radar? Newly crowned WBO world champion Lawrence Okoli?
Well, listen, I love Lawrence Okoli. I love him, but everybody keep mentioning him and like you can go to cruiser. Yes, I can. If I can go to cruiser, I would like to fight the champion. But I love Lawrence. He's a very cool guy. He called me up to sparrings, I think, for his next fight. I said, of course, I'm going to help him as much as I can. So I really appreciate Lawrence Okoli, and it's still not the time to challenge him. But I will show that I can box in 3 weight classes, and everybody's a danger, not just him. Everybody's a danger. I'm not normal. I think that I don't want to go the normal way. Now Dillian wants to protect me a little bit. I don't like that. I don't like being protected. Just put me into the fire. Go put me into with the wolves. Then I can show my true self.
Should you come through, excuse me, should you come through Saturday night, there are rumours circulating that there is a potential summer showdown, possibly at Fight Camp, with one Nick Webb, who after his impressive win over Pfeiffer a few months ago, you very verbally and vocally came in on an interview and told Nick Webb that you want him next. So I'm not asking you for like a clarification of whether the fight's happening, but is what I'm saying kind of possibly, potentially true?
Yeah, of course it's true, and we talked about that fight for 1 year, and he keeps ducking, he keeps ducking Fabio Worley. It's become almost, it's funny, it's not, it's funny business. You're a boxer, brother. You got offered good money to fight us. Why don't just fight? I just don't understand that. Everybody just keep saving that themselves. Just be entertaining, but everybody wants that fight. People are interested in that fight. That's why I heard that name, Nick Webb. I don't know who he is. I don't know what's his way. I didn't know nothing. I knew they want to see Babic versus Webb. Let's go. They want to see Babic versus David Price. Let's go. They want to see me versus Dave Allen. Let's go. See, that's my mindset. And that is the Fabio Worley's mindset. So we are two young heavyweights. I mean, I'm not that young anymore, but in the business, young heavyweights in the business. And, I just want to fight whoever people want to fight. That's the bottom line. I just want to fight. I want to fight. I don't care. It's cruiserweight, heavyweight, or light heavyweight, or middleweight. I'm gonna go, if you angry me enough, I'm gonna go to light heavyweight. I'm gonna fuck everybody up there. I just want to fight. I'm boxing man.
Well, look, I think the fact that you've obviously been out of the ring for a few months now, so this weekend is about kind of just getting you back into the game, so to speak.
Yeah. I think we have a more than good opponent for that, because they have been they have offered me some fights that are just silly, the guys with losing records and stuff, and they just want the money, And I said no, I don't like that kind of fight. No, I don't want a bag to be punching. I want a challenge, and this guy is a challenge. I do see him as a challenge because he has obviously KO power. He has, but I heard he's a bit chinny, which is not good. But I know it's gonna be an interesting fight. He has everything to be interesting, and he has me. I'm gonna go 200% to show everybody what I can do, and then I'm back. So I like this fight. I love this matchup, and he is by far the best guy we have been talking to seriously. There have been some offers to the better guys, heavyweights, but they didn't even answer. So he is by far the best out of what we can get.
Well, it's Wednesday today, so not long to go, and there will be 1,000 fans in the arena on Saturday. So, have you fought in the UK with fans? No.
I fought on the Rivas undercard, but
Rivas undercard. So you have experienced that. Excuse me.
Fans.
Sorry.
Yeah, it was like 10 fans. Yeah, because I was the first fight. I was like fighting in the morning, after the coffee.
I'm sure when you're fighting, there'll be like the full 1,000 fans will be in there. So
now it's gonna be great. This is gonna be the first time with UK fans, and I have a huge expectations. And I have worked so much to give it back to Newcastle. I've learned about the city. I learned the history of it. I know how the people are in here, and I love it. I love Newcastle, and I hope it's gonna be in the best memory of mine.
I do want to ask your opinion about the situation that kind of fell apart between Michael Hunter and Filip Hrgović. What did you make of that?
Well, like I said before, I just think Hrgović is a good boxer, and the story stops there. He's just not interesting. His karma is zero. He doesn't do nothing to excite the fans. He doesn't do shit, and I think that is why Hunter didn't want that fight, because Hrgović is far too dangerous for Hunter. And Hunter has nothing to gain with that victory. It was for the eliminator, but I think Hunter made a smart decision. Because with Hrgović, I don't know. I really don't like that guy. So I don't really like talk about it. But I think his karma is fucked up, and that's why he didn't go to fight. That's the bottom line.
There is a perception in the boxing world that Hrgovic is widely avoided. Do you agree with that?
Well, he didn't fought nobody yet, you know. maybe because he chooses his opponents like that, you know. So he looks terrified, but he's not. I can tell you right now, he's not that. I sparred with him so many times after night shifts, and he's not even close. I was terrified that they say he didn't fought nobody, but he bought body bags, you know. So I don't know why the people think that, but he is a Croat, you know. He's from my country, but I just don't like that guy. I just can't wait to put his head off his shoulder, you know. I want to take everything from him. That's what I want to do, and I don't care what everyone's gonna say. You know? I want to take everything he's ever had. I want to take it. You know, little guy from rowing. You know.
Okay. Well, have you got anything else you'd like to add or address or speak about before we end, Mr. Babic?
I would just like to say that you didn't become slimmer. Why is that the case? What you do, brother? You're a little chubby. You look a little chubby. Why is that?
Are you just pretty much calling me fat?
No, chubby, bro. Chubby is a good expression. Like, yo, chubby. You know. I'm kidding. There's not freedom. I've been talking the whole day. My mind is going like this. You can't see
I'm astounded that you've picked on my weight. Wait, hold on, look.
No, you are. They pick good, you know. Don't do that, bro. You have a beautiful wife, beautiful child. You know? You can't just leave it now, you know. You can't just go like, oh, look at me, I'm chubby, cool, and CASSIUS. Don't do it, bro.
You horrible bastard, Alan. That's really like
Savage,
touched me. Is that savage? That wasn't Alan, was it?
No, it was not. Alan would never say that. Alan loves you, brother. Savage fucking hates you.
Well, I think your beard's too long.
Too long.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's a
I
compliment.
don't really like it.
That's a compliment. That's a compliment to the Savage. Thank you, bro.
I've put on a bit of holiday weight without being on holiday, so work that one out. Have you heard of that holiday weight? No?
I heard about KUGAN CASSIUS weight and I don't like it. No, I'm kidding.
All right, this is giving me motivation. Well, listen, Mr. Babic, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV. Wish you the best of luck. I'm sure at some point before Saturday we'll grab a word. I'd like to grab you and Eddie together and you can kind of discuss things with Eddie. I like that kind of interaction because I know he's probably terrified of standing in the same clip as you, but he knows the camera's on, so, you know.
Let's just hope the Savage will be there because Alan respects Eddie, you know. The Savage doesn't care, so who knows? Maybe I tackle him, you know. Double leg.
Let me clarify this. Alen Babic respects Eddie Hearn. The Savage basically doesn't give a fuck.
Well, listen, the Savage doesn't give a fuck about nobody, you know. That's why I do what I do and I can do what I can do because I just don't care. If you put Mike Tyson in front of me, I don't care. Not now, before. If you put now, I don't know, put whoever you put Usyk in front of me, I don't fucking care. It's a fight. I'm gonna fight the same stuff every time. I'm gonna do the same thing, whoever you put in front of me, and that is I think that's why people want to see me, you know, because they want to see me. I am gonna be beaten eventually, of course, but I'm just looking for that guy, for the worthy one, to give me my first defeat. You know, I want to remember to and say yes, it was a good fight and I lost. You know, that's what I want, brother.
Are you being serious right now?
Yeah, I am being maximum serious. You know, I want an honorable defeat. I don't like that 0, 6 and 0, 7 and 0. I'm gonna be 15 and 0. I fuck that though. Everybody likes it. I don't like it. I don't treasure my 0. You know, I don't want it. Anybody can have it. Whoever can want it. Whoever want it can have it. But you gotta go through hell. You know, it's gonna be a beautiful stuff when somebody goes who can go through hell, who can walk in those depths with me. That's what I'm into. You know, I search for that guy. You know, does it make sense?
Okay, so I'm not going to put words in your mouth. So you tell me whether I've got the understanding of what you're saying. You're not saying that you want to lose a fight. That's a ridiculous thing to say. But what you're saying is you want to face someone where there's a potential where you could lose the fight to give you that in here.
Yeah, but in a different way. I wanna have a, you know, Mickey Ward and Arturo Gatti. Yeah. Nobody cares who lost. That was the fight for the ages. That is what I'm after. And after that fight, when we bash our skulls for 12 rounds, 10, 12, 8, 10, 12 rounds, nobody cares who is victor. That's the fight I'm looking for. I'm searching for that fight. That's why I'm that good, because I'm not gonna stop until I get it. When I get that fight, maybe I leave boxing. Who knows? Maybe Savage leaves. Who knows? Savage is here for the Kant Hrgovic. Maybe when I beat him, maybe Savage leaves. Maybe when I lose to him, maybe he beats the Savage. You know, that is the stuff that interests me, the intriguing stuff. You know, I'm not just a mere boxer. I'm not just gonna box for money and for just to make a living. Ah, fuck living. I don't need to live. I'm gonna die after boxing. I don't fucking care. You know, I want that. I want something special. You know, I want my career to be different. You know, I want legacy. And I want everything in between.
Maybe that guy's Rambo.
Rambo. Rambo.
Rambo could hand you your first L.
Oh fuck. Could he?
Rambo comes in with like grenades and knives and everything. Yeah, so be prepared.
Rambo is old, brother. Rambo is like 70 years old. I'll break his bone. No, don't do that. Sylvester's gonna sue me, brother.
Alen, thank you very much for your time. And like I said, we'll catch up with you again. I will attempt to get yourself and Eddie in a video tomorrow on Thursday. And yeah, it's good to see you back after seems like such a long time. So yeah, wish you the best of luck this week.
Thank you, brother. Boom.